Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to say welcome yet again to another edition of the program, The Bottom Line. And on today's edition of the program, we're going to have very, very interesting discussions as we have distinguished gentlemen with us who will be our guests tonight and will be discussing issues that affect Liberians and Liberia, especially Liberians in the diaspora. Um, Pretty soon we'll be introducing our guests, but we give them the time to give them ample time to be able to enter studios so that we will get the discussion on our way. But in the meantime, I'm going to have with me my co-producer Paul the Lord Cholope. Uh, Actually, our studio is mobile today. Our studio is on mobile. We are out, so we're gonna try our best to adjust to the situation as we bring you the program. But for now, we're gonna be bringing you the guests pretty soon. But we'll take a quick jingle, and then we will be back. Okay, welcome back. And like I said, we have with us the Lord Chulupi tonight, Paul. He will be joining us on this mobile, yeah, on this mobile studio, you know. But tonight we're going to have very, very interesting discussion. Our guests um, are from two continents. We have Mr. Mayango Aku, who resides. He'll be introducing himself actually, but Mr. Aku is, by the way, the president of the diaspora Liberians that live in Europe, and along with him is Mr. Francis Mensah as well. He's also the Secretary General of the Liberian diaspora in Europe. And we have Mr. Emmanuel Weti, who lives in the United States of America, and he's been former head of ULA, that is the Union of Liberian Associations in the Americas. So it promises to be a very, very, very interesting um, discussion tonight. So let me quickly go to Mr. Aku. Mr. Aku, do you hear me well? Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good. How are you doing?
Hope to be so good as you.
Man, I'm not as good as you think I am. But let me say welcome to you. This is Important Line. It's good to have you here. I guess this is the first time you're appearing on the show, and we hope it will not be the last time you will be here with us. But let me say good evening to you. And how is your end?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to say a big thank you for the invite. Just for additional information, this is my first appearance on such a platform, and I want to thank you again for inviting us to deliberate on the issues that will be emanated from this discussion. And yes, we are prepared to explain to our people the workings of EFLA, and we are here with a team. And yes, we hope that this interactive discussion gives some positive impact on our community here in Liberia. So
Okay.
submit.
Okay, so we let me say welcome. Mr. Francis Mensah, you are in the Scandinavia. You are my neighbor in Sweden. Let me say welcome to you. And how are you doing?
Yeah, thanks, Lim, for first of all, I want to thank you for the invite, and it's a pleasure making my median appearance on your show today. I'm good. You know what it's like in the Scandinavia.
I know.
it's sunny, then it rains, so that make us Vikings. So
Yeah.
so it's a pleasure again, it's an honor to be on this great platform.
Okay, thank you and welcome to both of you. Like we said, we're going to have Mr. Emmanuel S. Wetty from the United States. He'll be joining us, but he's still going through some little technical glitches, and we hope he can work on that. But, gentlemen, tonight we'll be discussing Liberian organizations in the diaspora. And so far, as we know, there are two major organizations in the diaspora. Continental-wise, we have EFLA in Europe, which is responsible for all Liberian organizations in the various countries. You'll be telling us more about that. Then also we have EULA, which is responsible for all Liberian organizations in Greater America. So as soon as we have Mr. Emmanuel Wetty with us, we'll get him on for him to also expound on what he does. But let me go to you, Mr. Mayango Aku. I understand you are the current president of EFLA. Am I right?
Well, I would prefer another nomenclature. You could probably.
You tell us why you prefer.
I'm the people's public servant.
Yeah, but there must be a title before you could be a servant.
That's a title.
Okay, you are the people's public servant. But let me ask you: is EFLA still alive?
Well, if EFLA were not to be alive, I don't think we would be on this platform. Yeah. So, in short, EFLA is alive.
Good. And if EFLA is alive, like you say, so tell me, what has EFLA been doing in very recent time under your administration? I mean, very recent time as we speak, even if possible today.
Well, EFLA was founded some 10 years ago, and we have been in a vanguard of this noble federation for more than 15 years. And EFLA has a goal. EFLA has our aims and objectives. And just to walk you through, the goal of EFLA is to work and to contribute to the development of Liberia. Secondly, EFLA is there to seek consolidation with member countries when deemed necessary. And also, EFLA is also there to contribute to the development of Liberia and to strengthen the links of Afghan between Liberia and Europe. So basically, in short, this is our goal. And we are doing our best. The Federation is moving strong. We have challenges, and this is common in most of the association and federation around the world, especially when it comes to Liberia. But yes, EFLA is alive, and our aims and objectives have been met. So, like you asked up to today's present, what is EFLA doing? We are engaging with our partners at the moment, but that will be deliberated on later in this discussion. So, in short, yes, EFLA is alive and moving strong.
Okay, let's see if Mr. Wetty can hear us. Mr. Wetty, do you hear us now? Yeah, you hear us, but we can hear you. So there is something wrong with your microphone. I don't know if you're using cell phone or what, but okay. So Mr. Wetty is still going through that technical difficulty, but he will get back to us. Okay, Francis Mensah, you are the Secretary General of EFLA, if I'm correct, and could you tell us the current strength of your membership?
Well, thank you
And
again.
but
I'm
I think let me
expressing
qualify.
some feedback,
Yeah,
echo.
yeah. Okay, but it may be from your equipment. But let me qualify that question. You have
I
individuals.
understood the question.
In
I
the
understood the question.
Okay.
The current strength in terms of active membership, it is basically centered around the active countries right now. I will limit it to countries. Now
Yeah, that's
now
this is
in
why I wanted
terms of
to qualify how many
individuals,
countries. Yes.
uh, we have Sweden, Belgium, Holland. We got Germany, and we got Switzerland. England have been active, and recently we have Norway reaffirming its willingness to come back into the fold of EFLA. Yeah, so to sum up, we have basically 7 active countries now.
Okay, that sounds good. But somebody will wonder, the whole of Europe, there are Liberians everywhere in Europe, or almost every country. It may not be every country to see, but almost every country. Why is it that you have 7 countries right now? You being a very big organization that should be covering all Liberian organizations in Europe. What, are you not getting cooperation from people, or is it that people are not willing to join you? What's going on?
Uh, if that question directed at me, I can answer.
Yeah, the question is directed at you, and probably Mr. Aku could add to that.
Well, the fundamental problem is we're having Liberians in the various countries organizing themselves into organizations, associations. Uh, According to EFLA's constitution, uh, the membership requires one to be a local organization, nationally recognized organization. But in effect, you have countries like France, um, Slovenia, Ukraine, Ireland. These countries were very active back in the days. But as you all know, people immigrate from one country to another. And so it leaves a vacuum with people organizing themselves. So it is again a problem of Liberians organizing themselves as a collective in a particular country. So this has nothing to do with EFLA expanding its membership, but it basically uh, boils down to our people organizing themselves and seeking membership to EFLA.
Like I said before, my colleague Paul, the Lord Triple is with us, and tonight, as you see, Paul and I are glued together, and so Paul, here are the guys.
Right.
What
Good evening.
the SG a little bit, sir?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Like what the SG has said, EFLA represents all Liberian association within the Bedouin of Europe. We are all Liberians, and I think you can find Liberians in every country here in Europe. But I just like to put forth that EFLA deals with mother organizations. And one of the challenges we have had in up to present. For an example, let's take a case study. France. France has a leadership problem. There are almost 4 associations in France claiming supremacy over the other. We have sent a representative there to see how best the Liberians in France can come together under one umbrella. We recognize by EFLA, it is not working. So this leaves EFLA vulnerable because we want to work with the mother organization. But if you look at also Norway, there are 4 organizations claiming supremacy. So I think we as Liberians, we need to rethink and put our country first and forget about this power struggle. Until that can be done, we're going to always see lapses when it comes to strengthening the mother organization of any organization or federation. So, like I said, we're all Liberians, and you people are upfront with this with this problem. Everybody, there's a group will be in this section of the country say, yeah, we are the mother organization. There will be another group claiming that they are the mother organization. And for EFLA, we are not in the business interfering into country or internal problem. If the need be that they want EFLA intervention, we go there and help. But if that is not done, EFLA has to move forward. So with the number of committed countries that we have working with us, we will continue. And if Liberians can put themselves together and have a united front, EFLA is always open to accommodate them.
Okay. Paul. Oh, good evening, gentlemen, and welcome to the Bottom Line. We're in Norway, as you can see. I'm not in England, so I'm here with Linford, but I'll be in the background. Just want to welcome all of you to Bottom Line. It's good to see you, Mayango. It's good to see you, Francis, and my former math teacher from Basel you might have good to see you as well.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. You guys can hear me?
Definitely.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Just lower your monitor if you're listening to something. Just lower it small. So
let me let Linford flow. Guys, welcome to Bottom Line.
Thank you. Okay. So Emmanuel Wati, we hear you very well.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. And to you guys, the panelists here, let me just share a little joke about Wati and myself. Wati and myself, we grew up literally together. We lived together. We went to the same junior high school together. We graduated. We only parted in high school. He went to PWI and I went to Haywood. So we are brothers. I mean, from childhood. And we got one name. I know Bill. You still remember the name Bill?
Yeah.
And it's more than 30 years.
Yeah, 30 years.
More than 30 years.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy to reconnect to Emmanuel tonight.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, let's say officially welcome to you. Emmanuel Wati, you were former, or you are former president, if I may put it so, of the Union of Liberian Associations in the Americas, ULA. And now, I don't know, I see something, you are chairman of One R Court. Could you just tell us what that is?
Well, I want to say thanks to the platform for allowing me to come in. Also, special thanks to Mayanga and Francis for making this possible. We've been working together for years. Mm-hmm. And the ICA is the All Liberian Conference on dual citizenship. Mm-hmm. And we've been advocating for dual citizenship, which IFLA is a key member. As a matter of fact, IFLA is a co-chair to that. So, he invited me to come on and talk on the new dual citizenship and to answer any question. ULA is the Union of Liberian Association in the America. is the equivalent of IFLA in America. It's the umbrella organization.
Okay, very good. So, viewers, like we said before, please share the live. We're going to have interesting discussions, and this.
You guys on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can share us. So this gentleman,
I don't see it streaming.
no, it's streaming. We have viewers, but maybe. Are you sharing? Did you share it?
I can share.
I want to do.
I don't know why. I try to share, but I don't see the share button. So
okay.
Well, it's streaming exactly, but I can
the notification has not come up.
Okay. And that is because Paul is not in studio. Paul in studio A, he normally does that because he has the setup. But we have viewers. Viewers are here. But
so are you called the Bottom Line on Facebook?
Yeah, we've got Bottom Line on Facebook. Yeah. So
okay.
But let's make progress. We will come to EULA and its participation in the dual citizen process as well as to EFLA. But let's deal with EFLA a little bit. Mr. Aku, there are many of your critics in Europe say EFLA is not doing that much as expected. EFLA is not reaching out to countries to even encourage them to establish or for Liberians living there to group themselves. Let me give you an example of that. Like if you have a country where Liberians are, but there's no Liberian organization, EFLA is not reaching there to tell them, well, you got to group yourselves and come together and form an organization that will become, viable, that, EFLA will know about. Have you tried to do that, or is it not part of your protocol?
Thank you for the question. I think I will dive into it a little bit earlier as you will come into buttress. Like I previously stated, EFLA is the mother organization for all Liberian association within the Pedagogy of Europe. And EFLA is open to working with all Liberian associations. Initially, like the exit stated, from our predecessor days of years, EFLA had a large membership where, we as Liberians, we try to join some federation for some personal advertisement. So countries will come thinking, if we get to EFLA, it's a conduit to their own personal agenda. But like I said earlier, EFLA is not in the business of getting involved in countries' activities. However, we are open, and if you look at our constitution, we are the mother organization and we welcome everybody. But on the other hand, we are being challenged financially. What we did when I was even ascending the power, one of my platforms was to decentralize EFLA. But how can we get into a country when that country is not yet together? There are leadership struggle in many of our European countries. Everybody wants to claim supremacy for the other. And like I said, once the country invite us to come and mediate, we'll do that. But so long that is not done, like I said, we are not in the business of interfering in other countries or internal problem. However, we are open and work with them. So I think it's a two-way game. Okay, if you invite everyone, will come to help mitigate the problem. The one that is not done, it leaves us with empty hand. We cannot go into Norway to go impose on the Liberians there to peacefully resolve that problem. We cannot go into France, okay, Other countries will come in, oh yeah, we want to work with EFLA, and when they come, probably what they are thinking of that EFLA has a gold and diamond sitting somewhere that they want to grab, and once they come, they don't see it, they leave. So you are a Liberian, we are all Liberians here, and you know the mentality. Everybody wants something, and once they cannot get it, then they don't find it interesting. But we are all patriotic Liberians, and we are doing everything to uphold this federation, and we are doing just that. So SG, if you want to add up, yeah.
Yeah, just to buttress what you just said. Look, this is a Herculean tax going around to the various Liberian communities across Europe and trying to mitigate the problems there. First, it cost intensive financially for that. And EFLA is barely operating on scrap right now in terms of finance. So first and foremost, Liberian organizations or Liberians in the various countries need to come under one umbrella. There are so many splinter organizations claiming to be leaders of the community. So it has posed a problem for EFLA because we cannot go in imposing ourselves. I can take you back to the Liberia Peace Accord. President Charles Taylor went to Akusomo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every time he returned, it was something else. So that's synonymous to our Liberian communities in Europe. Until we realize that we have to come together to foster a common goal, EFLA cannot do much. By constitution, EFLA recognizes the national leadership in a particular country. So it has been a problem. You live in Norway. You have had this problem since I think 11 years ago, fighting for recognition who is the national leadership. And EFLA went in at a point in time and probably accepted to work with the group in Kristiansand that created a rift with EULA and organizations. So it is a fundamental problem. It's an issue. It's an issue with Liberian organizations. So EFLA cannot do much. We have tried our best to reach out. But people think when they come to EFLA, they think money is somewhere, and they all have that notion that EFLA has so much money, and we sitting on it. So when they come, yeah, they just fall short and don't want to continue. I hope it answers this question.
Very good explanation. It wasn't a question, a cool question to say, well, you have to answer this way, but we just wanted to get how. Well, there is one thing you touched on, Francis, and that thing is, you said presently the financial status of EFLA is almost bad, or is almost non-existent, and the question is, why? Is it that you guys don't get members to pay dues, or are they not willing to pay dues, or is EFLA now undertaking programs that can make them to raise funds through their federal local organizations?
Well, the problem is not basically dues, because people do not pay the dues. It's a common phenomenon within Liberian organizations around the world. This job is pro bono. We all have our 9 to 5 jobs, and we have set up committees, ways and means, finance committees, project committees. Some of our critics were appointed to the positions. Nothing came out of it. You know, we as leaders, we can't do everything. We need a team. When this team is formulated, is organized, when you give people responsibilities, delegate responsibilities, they don't take up the challenge. But they're the same people who go outside and criticize. So it's not that we cannot raise money. People come with a lot of propositions. Look, there's the European Union giving money. This group giving money. We ask them, how? What are the means? How can we go about it? They say, we have told you guys. No, you don't operate in a vacuum. When you have this information, it has to be concrete. It has to be authentic. So you gave up the way so we can go into venturing and probably sourcing these funds or the grants that the organization have. But unfortunately, it is what it is with EFLA. Executives, a member on the committee, the executive committee should pay 10 euros, I think 5 euros monthly. So it's 60 euros. And by executive, every country has 3 executives: the president, the vice president, and the secretary general. So that's 60 euros times 3. So you do the math. We have only four active countries over the years. We try to host activities like July 26 celebration to cooperate with local organizations in the host country. So the dividends are accrued from the event. We can share some of it. But I'll let the president expound later.
Yeah, just to buttress what the SG has said, we as Liberians, sometimes I hope it's not the name of the year, European Federation. Wow. There are thousands of that sitting somewhere, and critics want to know what EFLA is doing. I listened to one of your shows, and I heard you say we have gathered information that countries pay 3,000 euros to EFLA. I'm like, wow. Mr. Go is a journalist, and the basic ethics, accuracy, balance, and credibility, he has not done any background investigation, but he's alleging that yes, EFLA countries pay 3,000 euros to EFLA, so basically get 36 countries in Europe, so 3,036, that money. And I heard you bashing EFLA. What are they doing with that money? When I listened to you that evening, I just laughed and said, okay, it's good that we'll come on the show, and probably with our deliberation, I think Mr. Guell will apologize to us that he did not do EFLA due diligence. Okay, he fabricated, I don't know where that information came from, But I know we have not gone into that now, but I think you have seen the picture. And I know before we leave this studio, we will get some open apologies from you for the egregious allegation that have been leveled against us. We are struggling, and a well-recognized professional journalist did not do his ABC and just spew all those allegation. I think we deserve an open apology from the host of this program tonight.
And again, equally so, if you heard something like that, I don't think I made an accusation. I may have said people say it because I'm a funny member of EFLA 10 years back, and I know that EFLA. Presently, I'm not active with EFLA, but I know EFLA. I don't know much about EFLA's financial status now. I'll urge you to go back to that video and probably listen again, because I do not have that information to just come and make an accusation like you said. But like you said, I can openly apologize to you. Probably you may have heard it, but I did not accuse because I do not have a document for that. So I may have probably be quoting people. But whatever the case is, I'm sorry if I said that, because you are saying I said it. So I'm sorry to EFLA. I know I have no document to that effect. But let's I think Mr. Wati is back. So I want us to make a conversation because we can't keep Mr. Wati waiting. He's not member of EFLA, so we can't just dwell on EFLA when he's here. So we gotta take and please, sorry, bear with me with the noise in the background. This is Liberia, so we are all Liberians. But Mr. Weti.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me just ask this question. You said you and Tomo Yula and EFLA are partners in a fight for dual citizenship for Liberia. And since this dual citizenship passed, what is the next step, or what else is Yula doing? I know you are not the current leader, but you as the ARCO president, what on dual citizenship to be specific? What are you doing? What is the next step for diaspora Liberians?
Well, first thing I want to make sure that we all have the record straight, since we are talking to a lot of people out there. The All Liberian Conference on Dual Citizenship comprises of partners. You got Yula, you got EFLA, you got Liberian Advocacy for Change, you got Koloswa, you got Liberians in Ghana, Liberians in Australia, Liberians in Canada, and I did mention the Liberian Advocacy for Change, and you have Yula and EFLA. These are put that constitute the All Liberian Conference on Dual Citizenship, and Mr. Kingston there is the co-chairman for this group. We were very successful to have the dual citizenship law, the bill passed and signed by the president July 22nd of 2022, after advocating together since 2012. Our next step now is to constitutionalize this thing, because it was just a law amending the alien and nationality law. So we want to go through the constitution and maybe do a referendum, but that will be left with the other leadership that will come in. We're also looking at all the country voting. There's another committee on that headed by one Africa. We're looking at all the country voting, where you can be where you are and vote. So that's our next goal. But Mr. Africa will be on our campaign and talking about that more and more.
Okay. The dual citizenship itself, that bill has passed, and it's waiting to be enacted into law. But people are beginning.
No, it's the law of the land. The bill has passed, and it was signed into law on July 22nd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2002.
So it has become constitutional law for us.
Yeah, it's the law of the land, and that as we speak right now.
Okay, but a lot of people are trying to look at it critically, and they are seeing some little loopholes. So, if I may call it that way, for example, Norway here accepts dual citizenship, and Liberia accepts dual citizenship as we speak. So, some people are saying, if I'm a Norwegian, I hold Norwegian passport, or you are American, America accepts dual citizenship, and you hold American passport, do you need any visa to travel to Liberia, or can you travel with your American passport and it will be under in Liberia, or can you? Is there any arrangement that makes it easy that a Liberian who is an American can use his Liberian passport to enter America, vice versa?
Yeah, I will answer that question. Let me before I go any further. Let me actually again express my thanks and appreciation to the leadership of IFLA for what they have done and what they will be doing. And I want to say thank you. I could hear myself on the ground for the referendum, and I want to say thank you all. I will see you guys in 3 weeks. Now, yes, according to dual citizenship law, if you have a Norwegian passport, if you're a Norwegian citizen, you can travel with your Liberian passport. You don't need visa. So when you go into Liberia, you use your Liberian passport. And when you're coming from Liberia, you can use the passport of your other country. So you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
When you enter Liberia, right?
Mm-hmm.
You use your Liberian passport, your ECOWAS passport, to enter Liberia. You don't need visa. When you're coming back, then you can use your other passport to get back.
But okay. Say you are a Liberian and you get American citizenship, and then you go into Liberia, and it can be justified, or it can be proven beyond all reasonable doubt that you are a Liberian. Do you still need Liberian passport to enter Liberia?
Yes, you need. As a matter of fact, you need passport to get on the plane.
Yeah, but you are traveling from America with your American passport.
Yeah, if you go to Liberia, you can use a Liberian passport to go to Liberia.
So your American passport, your American citizenship passport cannot allow you to enter Liberia.
No, because when you show your American passport, you are an American citizen. But that's the law. That's the law. There's no home.
Yeah, the question is, so what?
But tell me, if you go to the airline, you can only show one passport. You can't show two. I mean, that's the law. I mean, long before Liberia even had dual citizenship. When you go to the airline, the other country had dual citizenship. When you go to the airline, you show them one passport. You get on the plane. You can show them two passports to get on the plane. You gotta show one passport to get on the plane. So when you get on the plane, you use your Liberian passport to go to Liberia. Coming back, you use your American passport, or you use your English passport, or Canadian passport, or the Dutch passport, anything.
Okay. Because somebody will say, so what's the difference? I mean, I can travel from Norway with my Norwegian passport and go to Liberia and still come back with my Liberian passport. I mean, with my Norwegian passport. So why would I need a Liberian passport? So, these are some of the things that people have been looking at.
I don't understand you, sir. Are you saying that you can take your Norwegian passport, get on the plane, and say you go to Liberia?
Yeah, as a Liberian.
Well, okay, I can't speak for that. But on our end, here in the States, and those are listening, they can correct me if I'm wrong. If you go to the airport in any place in the United States, if you go to Liberia, you either show your Liberian passport or you show your American passport. If you show your American passport, you will need visa. If you show your Liberian passport, you don't need visa.
Okay. I think a lot of people just been thinking. But let me come to you, Aku. You guys are from the European end, and you cooperating with the guys in America, okay? And you are all members of this All Liberia Conference on Dual Citizenship. How well has the program been working for you? When I mean you, your European group. Have people benefited from that? Have you had people traveling with no problems? Using both citizenship.
Yes, definitely. This is why this conversation going to demystify most of the falsehood that have been disseminated in the public gear. We want to first of all say a thank you to the government of the Republic of Liberia for listening to our appeal regarding this dual citizenship, because what we were requesting that a natural born Liberian should not be deprived of the right of being a Liberian citizen, a natural born Liberian and their kids. And I think the government has been magnanimous enough to have listened to our appeal that we have been fighting for more than 12 years. And just to speak, I'm one of the progenitors of this dual citizenship struggle that we have been going through. And I know hundreds of Liberians are benefiting because that's the question you asked just now. Hundreds of Liberians are benefiting. The only thing I can send out there, once you get to Liberia or through your Vera embassy, you have the right to apply for your Liberian passport, and then that 200 euros or 150 euros that you have been spending, you can save that to do other stuff. So, like the question you were asking just now, I was just like surprised that Mr. Guer wants to go to Liberia, but he wants to travel on. I don't know whether you have foreign passport, but yeah, it will not work because the passport you're going to present there says you are from somewhere else. But once you apply for your Liberian passport, you're going to be granted a permission to have a Liberian passport, and then you can travel freely to Liberia without paying a visa fee. And this we must give that to the current leadership in Liberia for really cooperating with us through our dynamic chairman, Honorable Wetty.
Okay, yes. There is something you just said. Let me get that straight. Probably I didn't get it straight. I'm a Liberian. I'm a Norwegian. I'm a Liberian. I apply for my Liberian passport. Okay. So when I'm traveling to Liberia, using my Liberian passport, but the fact that I live in Norway, okay, when I enter Liberia, or prior to my departure for Liberia, I don't need to obtain visa simply because I'm using my Liberian passport, right?
Yes, if you are entering Liberia with your Liberian passport, you don't need a visa.
So how do they? I don't know if this question will make sense, but how do they verify that the fact that I own Liberian passport and I'm traveling from Europe going to Liberia, that I cannot, I'm just automatically a Liberian, with no other foreign strings attached.
No, when you enter Liberia with your passport, you enter Liberia, you see as a Liberian citizen.
Okay.
How to see you?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. And let me just add to what our president said from IFLA, is that not only the visa, you also have the right to vote. You have the right to, if you go to Liberia, you can register and participate in the process. Also, you have the right to your national ID card. You can go to Liberia and get a national ID card. There's no problem. And everything, a Liberian woman has the right to pass on her citizenship over to a child at birth. Any child that is born by a Liberian woman, that child is a Liberian citizen at birth. There's no if and end.
What about Liberian men?
Well, the law prior to President, we are signing this law on July 22nd. only men could pass citizenship over to the children.
Okay.
Yeah, but after President Weah and the lawmakers, I want to say thanks to the lawmakers, those in the Senate and in the House, Councilor Ajibo Bona and President Weah, everybody that made this thing happen with our partners from Europe and around the world. This was everybody that involved everybody. So after this law, any child that is born by a Liberian woman, that child is a Liberian.
Very good. Okay. Then something that people have been thinking about is that, you know, Americans can vote elsewhere in the world as long as they go through the proper process. So will Liberians be qualified under this system to vote outside of Liberia?
No, for now, that's our next advocacy on country voting, which AFC and other people will be talking about in the future. So right now we don't. But however, if you go to Liberia, you register, you can vote in Liberia. But for now, you remember now, advocacy is a process, another event. We just got through one stage. The other generation will come and continue and improve on what we did.
Okay, and that brings me to the next question. My next question here is, how much work do you have left to be done on this Dual Citizenship Act to properly, for it to become a reality that, okay, yes, we fought for this thing and now it has become what we wanted it to be, like the potter molding that clay. And then at the end result, you say, yeah, this is what I wanted it to be. How much work you got left?
Well, I can tell you that on July 22nd, 2022, President, we are signed it and it's the law of the land.
I agree, but there are still complications around it.
What are the complications? Can you
help us? We just talked about. I mean, I staying here to vote in Liberia. Yeah, you say got to advocate for it. So plus that, that's one aspect. But plus that, how much work you think you can? Still remains to be done to make this thing a perfect one.
Well, if you, I want you to help me to understand that this is what we have done. Our generation, our leadership have done, and we don't claim to say that it's the best of the best. We claim that it's a foundation. If another generation come, they can say, "Oh, what we did was not good." They can improve on it. But for us, for now,
so you are satisfied with what you did?
Oh yes, we are. We are satisfied with what we did. But however, there's always improvement. Men always work toward perfection. So the next generation of leaders will say, okay, these guys did well, but however, we can do X, Y, and Z.
Okay, but then I'll say push you to the corner. The question here is, are you willing to even improve on it, or you will wait for the next generation to come?
You know, it is extremely important that we should all say that we don't all part-time the leadership. We are just playing our part. We started 2012, right? And in 2022, with the leadership of IFLA and everybody, the Senate and the House passed the law, and President, we are signing. And we're going to leave the stage. Others will follow. You know, we should all remember, Moses did not enter the promised land with the children of Israel. Joshua did. We play our part. Aku play his part. Francis play his part. I play my part. Other people play their part. There'll be another generation of leaders that will come. We can't keep being on the stage. So what we did, we have dual citizenship law. So this is the law of the land. Others will come and improve on what we did.
Okay, fair enough. Mr. Aku, like I said, we'll make this thing conversational. We'll be switching between EFLA and by the way, we have exactly 30 more minutes to be around here. So let me come back to EFLA that affects me personally as a European, Liberian living in Europe. Let me ask you, what are those things that you want to see EFLA doing in your administration just before you leave? I understand you're going to, in fact, this question is belated. You will be having elections in July. Today is July 7. You have roughly 19 more days. So tell me exactly. Okay, let me frame the question this way. Were you satisfied with your administration? And
Well,
don't praise yourself. Don't praise yourself because you are the leader. Give me tangibles.
You know, before I answer your question, I've seen you have had a lot of guests on the show, but I hope you're not being intimidated by the strong men that you have today, because I think we have unbalanced you. No.
I'm not intimidated.
You know,
So I want you to take a glass.
Aku, yeah, my man, we built it in 2012. So when it comes
we have unbalanced the host. He just like repeating the question. I'm like, wow, we asked the question, the man asked, if you drink a cold glass of water, we are here to furnish you all the information you need.
Okay, give me your best. The question is, your administration as chairman or president of EFLA, are you satisfied with what you've done?
Satisfaction could be an understatement. What I would like to say to you, you know, EFLA constitution states that those in leadership, they are allowed to be in office for maximum 2 terms. And a term in EFLA is 2 years. And we are all living testimony of what we went into the coronavirus. Okay, so we lost 2 years to this deadly virus. But nevertheless, we consolidated our bases. We were in constant contact with our member countries. And the thing I would like to say, our predecessors, they laid a good foundation. We came and built on it, and I'm hesitating with a stronger foundation for the next team of leaders to take EFLA forward. We are challenged, but yes, we are not deterred. So I think there are more that need to be done when it comes to the reconciliation process in EFLA, when it comes to decentralization in EFLA, when it comes to advocacy. So those years that were wasted due to the coronavirus, I think the incoming leadership will tap on that and make EFLA more vibrant. And I would also like to appeal to you in this public manner to please be a part of EFLA and come and give your expertise. And I think that will help to cement a more vibrant EFLA. So don't sit in the back and let the people give you gossip. Come and be a part of the process. So you will be
the fact that I belong to an organization in Norway by default, I'm a member of EFLA, and besides that, I'm a founding member. But let's progress.
Yeah.
Let me ask
so
you
like I said, we will not get weary or dream move our people. I will be exiting in July, end of July, and I'm very much.
How do you qualify to run again?
Per our constitution, no.
Okay.
The constitution provides for maximum 2 terms. So
good.
Mr. Aku will no longer be in the picture actively. So
okay. Let me ask you, if you were to give one advice to the incoming leadership of EFLA, there's something that your administration wanted to do, but probably the time limit and you didn't have that much time. What would be that advice that you would give to the incoming leadership to make EFLA a better one?
I can name a couple of things here, but like what the SG and R previously stated, we are tied down financially to implement most of our projects. For example, the reconciliation process within the pedagogy of Europe. We got France to deal with. We got Norway to deal with. We got Germany to deal with. So And all these visitation intervention, they are capital intensive. So we are hoping that if we can expand our membership base and people are contributing towards their obligation, I think EFLA can do more. But at the moment, the only thing that we depend on is our monthly due and what our people like. Sometimes in the summer vacation, everybody wants to converge and then just merry make. And then where too we also solicit fund to fund some of our projects. But we are definitely financially depressed.
Okay, thank you very much, because I keep hearing this cry from you and your Secretary General. You are financially depressed. But let me find out something. We are in Europe, and most times organizations in Europe that are registered by law and approved by law have the ability or have that chance. It's not a right, but I think it's an opportunity that they can apply to the various states or where they are based to get some help. Has EFLA made any such efforts? Because I understand Francis mentioned earlier on that people come and make propositions that, oh, you can get money, but they don't come forth to take. But you, as the head of the organization, because in any case, you are speaking for Liberians or the whole group of different organizations, have you made our efforts to see that you could get some funding from somewhere, from the EU or from any organizations around here?
SG, can you take it? Now, podcast later.
Yes, look, we have made strides in pursuit of getting funds from the EU and some of the local organizations around. When I was president of the Liberian community in Sweden, I wrote a proposal to the local community here, the local council. And according to them, our program, our organization operation does not fall in line with getting grants. So I will fast track it to the European Union as a case study. It requires a lot of energy. We have tried, we have solicited ideas. We have not gotten the leeway. People have come up with a lot of suggestions that EFLA can get money or finance or what you call it, or funding from the European Union. But the case is, or the main problem is how we resource these funds. They will come and say, go to the European Union website. And EFLA is not necessarily qualified as a diaspora organization to source funds from these organizations, especially European Union. European Union deals with local organizations. Let's say that has interest in women advocacy, youth empowerment, and the list goes on.
Well, let me get something straight here. EFLA is not one single organization. It is an umbrella organization for a group of people. And in this group, you got women, you got children, you got disabled, you got all kinds of people. Now, are you telling me that EFLA is not qualified under the European law, the European Union law to get? Because the reason I'm saying it is that individual, I don't know how it works in other European countries, but individual organizations that ULAN that we had is responsible for in Norway, they can also apply to their municipalities, and they can get funding. Okay, so if the greater organization like EFLA is not qualified, then I don't understand.
Let me come in.
Yeah, go ahead, President.
Mr. Gore, I think we have lived in Europe for some years now, and we should be familiar with the workings of the European Union. I think once upon a time, there were some initiatives being taken by EFLA to solicit funding for the project. But unfortunately, when the department that was mainly responsible to assist EFLA in acquiring that loan, because if you visit our website, we had a project that we talked about healthcare, education, agriculture, and resettlement. Okay, there was a very nice project that was put together and submitted to the EU. Unfortunately, we were told that that project that we had, the EU had already sponsored another team in Liberia that is undertaking that project. So you see, we were just left in the cold. You know, these people, they got their representative all over. And like they are ahead of their game. So when you take a project there, they'll just tell you, oh, the project has already been undertaken and we cannot fund 2 projects. You understand? And the only person EFLA can go to now is the EU because we are a federation. So this is a challenge for us. And we just hope in the future to re-strategize and see how best we can, with your help, your expertise, help EFLA, that we can all sit and draft new projects that will be accepted by the EU, and we can get funding to help our people in Liberia.
Muted.
Who, me?
You are muted, Mr. Gore.
Yeah, sorry. Like I said, let me go to Mr. Wetty. We have very short time to get out of here. I don't know whether your position as chairman of the All Liberia Conference on Dual Citizenship is an elected position or it is an appointed position. But how long do you have to still hold on to this position, and what are some of the new projects that you have?
Well, we don't have a project. I want a project with dual citizenship.
Okay.
It's not an elected position. It was when we met in 2012. The group came together. Our sole purpose is to advocate for dual citizenship. So, I, as secretary, I'm as chairman of the group, I coordinate between the partners. You know, the partner make the final decision. I don't make the final decision. We execute what the partner said.
Okay. Now that because now I'm holding you for your word that your work is done. You are satisfied with what you did until if the next generation will come to make.
Yeah. So if the partner can meet, and I think I've done enough, and you know, my goal here is to pretty much step aside by the end of this year, so the partner will look for a new chairman to continue on the work because we got more work to do. We got other country voting. We got other things to do. We can look at other avenues to coordinate. I mean, to partner with each other and work for the diaspora community. But still, we have a certain time.
You bring me back to the original question as to whether you were really satisfied with what you've done and
Yes, I am. I'm totally satisfied. But let me say one thing that except what God created, there is nothing that is perfect. We all work toward perfection.
Yeah. Good.
So what we did today is okay. Others can come and improve on it. So as far as I'm concerned,
is is this all Liberian conference? Is this conference going to be a standing something all along, or since your work is over, this is the point I'm trying to drive.
Not my work. Our first field of dual citizenship is over.
So is this conference going to last forever to be working on dual citizenship, or
no? They got other countries voting, and the partner of this. I don't make that decision. So they will decide, how they want to name it, what they want to do. They make that decision. So for now, as we speak, our goal here today is to promote this new law that was signed by President We are, on July the 22nd, 2022, and passed by the lawmaker. We want to say that to our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, this law is a very good law. We want everybody to know that once a Liberian, always a Liberian. You need to go back home.
What was in the entire process? What was the biggest hurdle in your way, and what is the biggest hurdle that still stands in your way?
Oh, the biggest hurdle is awareness, and the resentment that we from the diaspora are going home to take jobs and everything, which is not the case. We from the diaspora are even helping to build the economy. People are building their homes, they got businesses going on. So we have to educate the people and say, look, we are all Liberians. The opportunity came and we went, and we are all coming back. So that is the issue of education and just awareness. That's a continuing process. There's no end to it. There's no end to how the local Liberian will view the diaspora Liberian. All we have to do is to keep advocating and keep working together, and we hope that everybody will understand each other.
Good. Okay, finally, guys, I will come to you guys to give your final thought. But finally, to you, Francis, I don't know whether I should direct this question at you, and I will do that because you will keep all the records for the organization. You'll be having July 26th celebration this year, at which time you'll be having elections. What are some of those things that you have planned as highlight of this year's program, apart from the elections?
Well, we have standing committees that are responsible for various activities. We have side attractions. We have artists performing live. We have our guest speaker, the keynote speaker, Honorable Liberian Diaspora Dillon. He's the senator of Mosavada County. He will be our keynote speaker.
Yes, sir.
And we have soccer event, football, on Saturday. And then Sunday, we have the cookout, barbecue, the Clan occasion. Saturday is the official program. And then we have the indoor program, and we have discussions on different topics. Invited guests will speak on those topics. Friday night, which is the 28th, we will be having elections, and then we will have the meet and greet. So it's just an itinerary of what we expect to have. The plethora of activities.
That's good. That sounds like a good program. It will look short, sweet, and I think meaningful. But gentlemen, our time is fast spent. Let me start with Emmanuel Weti. Mr. Weti, what final message would you want to leave with Liberians, especially as it regards this dual citizenship? As a lot of people are still uncertain, a lot of people still feel that there are a lot of work to be done. What message do you have for them to keep confidence in the process, and in fact to make sure for them to know that the process is now a law and not just, like we say in Liberia, muff talk?
Well, I want to say thank you for the opportunity. I want to say thanks to my brother and friend Aku and Francis and the entire leadership of IFLA for partnering with other diaspora organizations to make this happen. What we can say is that we play our part. This is the Lord of the land. A woman in Liberia, a Liberian woman can pass a citizenship work to a child. We can now vote. We can obtain our ID card. We can have our passport. Go to Liberia with our NM visa. We are a player on the development table. We asking diaspora Liberian to go home in record numbers and participate in the process. As we're speaking right now, diaspora Liberian are participating in the voting that will be taking place in October. So with this is the Lord of the land. We are seeing it, it's working, and we are very proud. We want to say thanks to President George Manneh Weah for signing this law. We want to say thanks to the lawmakers, those that are in the House and those that are in the Senate. I want to say thanks to Councillor Ajibo Bona for working with us and all of the partners, our champion, our supporter, our sympathizer, and those that work night to night. I know that my brother Aku and myself were in Liberia for the referendum. Well, I had to go to your house that day. It was raining, so we come a very long way. And thanks to Kingston, Kingston, who's the co-chairman, be playing a very good job along with Francis. I want to say thanks to everybody, and not forgetting our old man Mac Miller, who have been part of the whole thing. But if not, history will count you guys. You guys made it happen, and we all are very proud of your leadership. God willing, we'll see you in about 3 weeks' time. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Wati. I think I will check all of your emails. I mean your Facebook. I've been sending tons of messages, so check all of them. You might come across one of them, and then I will get back. We'll establish our contact again, and then we can share some of our childhood experiences. But let me go to you, Mr. Secretary General. You are here with your president, so when you fall short, he'll pick you up. What?
Oh, seniority, right?
Yeah. So let me start with you. He will end up. What message will you have for people who want to attend this program this year? This in July 26th celebration, quote unquote, your EFLA event where you'll be having elections. What we want to tell people?
Well, I just want to take the opportunity to urge Liberians in Europe to come and grace the occasion. EFLA is our organization. We need the moral, social, and financial support. To our brothers in Norway, Ulan, we are planning a visit to Norway, and you guys will be officially informed. And for us to meet and discuss the way forward to have a common national organization. So, Yulan, keep your mails open. I see you, Ambassador Michael Foster, just posted a comment. And again, before I leave, I just want to appeal to all Liberians. EFLA is apolitical. Whoever that is invited at the program, we are looking at it from the perspective of a Liberian. Liberia matters. No political party is greater than Liberia. So on that note, I just want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here tonight.
Thank you very much.
I look forward to see you at the program in Amsterdam.
Now, don't hold me responsible and say
there's a bid open.
Yeah, but let me get a disclaimer. Do not hold me responsible and say
there's a bid open to host next year's John Independence Day celebration. And it should be presented in person in Amsterdam.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, but let me just make a disclaimer. Don't say I invited you on the show to come and you agree you didn't come. We you know they say make it talk, but we are going to be moving out of power, and then we are having elections just about the same time this program will be going on. So I'm not too sure, but you might just receive some delegation from you. I'm not promising that. But Mr. Aku, quickly tell us or tell a listening public what you wanted to hear as a closing message.
Well, I think the team has said it all. The only thing as a leader, it was good that we appear on your platform to elaborate on the workings of EFLA. And one thing that I've seen on our deliberation, I think your next program, when anybody wants to say something negative about EFLA, I know you will be the first person to say, no, 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 no. We've got the administrators, and then they have made a platform, and we must appreciate them. Howbeit, there is a possibility that EFLA could extend, and this is all we all are hoping for. So, as a leader, the only thing I would like to say is hats up to my team. A very big thank you to our ACO chairman. If it had not been for the hard work Chairman Wetty has put into this stuff, we would have reached this far. So I would like to say in this public manner, Chairman Wetty, we appreciate you, and posterity will judge you tomorrow in a positive way. To my team from Airfly and LN from the Netherlands, I must say I appreciate you all. And as a leader, I know you people will do your best to make that program a success. And at the end of the day, if it goes on well, fine. If there will be any impediment, I, as a public servant, will take full responsibility. So thank you all for supporting me during my term of office. And we will keep working. Let us put Mama Liberia first. And before I end, I just want to say a big thank you to the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency George Mano Weah, for granting Liberia dual citizenship. When the government came and we were on the boat off and on, but it was through the instrumentality of President Weah that we all can now benefit from this dual citizenship law. So thank you all, and let us put Liberia first. I so submit.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. On behalf of the Bottom Line team, or Chima Kamara, Paul Elo, Chilupe, Mark Farr, I want to say thank you for honoring our invitation at a very short notice, and then that you are all represented here from both group, great two organizations. And let me say this, that this is not going to be your last time. Whenever we need to clarify something, like you said, before I fight in your interest, I got to know what you stand for. So if anybody want to talk anything bad about Airfly, I'll be there. And anybody want to talk bad about the airport, I'll be there. But I will have to also have you guys here another time so that we can discuss some issues. You did a great job when it comes to the dual citizenship. I think it benefits a lot of people, even in Liberia and in the diaspora. So let me say thank you to you guys and hope to see you another time. Have a nice day and God bless you all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this. This has been the Bottom Line. And like I said, today we are on wheel. Our studio is on wheel. We are not in studio on base. We are on wheels, and we just managed to bring you this program. And we thank you for hitching there. and making it a success. We want to thank our viewers, we want to thank our participants as well, and thanks to my team, my technical team. And this is how I like to wrap a curtain. My name is Linford Guer. See you next time. The next time we see you will be on Tuesday next week. It's been a wonderful, wonderful time together. Have a nice day.
This is Bottom Line Liberia.